Mr. Aaron.
How are you?
Good to see you, sir.
Thank you.
We're thrilled that 25% of those students walking across the stage tomorrow will be the first in their families to go to college. And we really prize that as something that is near and dear to us. And that's been so much of your life's work that it seems perfect for us to have you here for the weekend. So we're very, very grateful. It's a great day for Marquette and a great day for Milwaukee as well. And you know you've got a lot of people who love and care for you here in Milwaukee, and they're thrilled that you're back.
Well, thank you very much, Father. It's a great day for me, too. I never dreamt about ever being a commencement speaker at Marquette University. You know, in fact, when I first arrived here this afternoon, I came to this hotel, and I can remember, I believe, in 1957, this was probably the headquarters for distributing World Series tickets. And I don't think this was the Hilton at that time. It was a name, something else. But everything kind of come back again, you know, and I've always had Milwaukee. Milwaukee is always, in fact, Wisconsin. I started out at Eau Claire, Wisconsin. That was my first place I played baseball. But of course, I spent 8, 9, 10 years here, and all of my friends, I met so many wonderful people here in Milwaukee. And I don't know that since the ball club moved to Atlanta, that there haven't been one year that I always come back here to visit my friends.
That's great. Well, now that you're going to be a graduate of Marquette, you're welcome anytime on our campus.
Well, thank you.
We're very happy to see you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Hank, you just touched on it a little bit. Not many people realize that you spent more of your baseball career actually here in Milwaukee than you did in Atlanta. Just some of your thoughts about the town, some of your memories, some of your feelings, and Marquette, if it ever fit into your background when you were a player at all, anyway.
Well, you know, I think about all of the good things that have happened, not only here in Milwaukee, but also in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. And I have to say that the people here in Milwaukee and also Wisconsin kind of mold me into the person that I am today. You know, I was a young 17, 19-year-old kid, unfamiliar with anything. And when I came here, I met so many very good friends. I mean, people who I hold dear to my heart, taught me what life was all about. You know, it went further than just baseball. I love my baseball career, but I think that I always look forward to once my career was over with that I could do other things by helping other people.
Now, when you first moved here, I think you were at Capitol in 14th, somewhere around in there, 15th maybe?
I think I lived 2 places. I don't know that I made enough money to live on Capitol. I think I lived someplace else. I think I was rooming with, I know I was not rooming by myself. I was rooming with someone else, and we both was kind of splitting the rent because we wasn't, you know, my first year salary was $5,000. And of course I had a family, so I couldn't afford to be living near Capitol. I knew I didn't have a car, and this is going to be in my remarks, that I've walked several times from right here, this hotel, the Schrader Hotel, all the way to Milwaukee County Stadium.
That's a walk.
Yes, a walk, but and it was cold, but it didn't bother me. I was young and nothing fazed me. Ready to play. I wanted to play 3 games, as Ernie Banks would say. Let's play 3.
What's some of your thoughts right now on the state of baseball, the expanded playoffs, the future of the designated hitter, just those kind of things, the directions baseball is going under your old friend Bud Selig?
Mm-hmm. I have to give Bud an A+, really. I think that the commission has done a marvelous job at trying to make everybody involved in baseball. There were a time a few years ago when all you thought about, and I hate to say this, but it was the Yankees and the Dodgers, you know. Now it gives everybody a chance to get a little piece of the pie. You know, I don't think that there's been 2 teams in the World Series except, I think, Texas, 2 years in a row, but there hasn't been 2 teams in the World Series back-to-back in a long time. And the popularity as far as baseball is really grown, you know, really. You see thousands and thousands of people now attending baseball games, And that's what makes it what it is, So I would have to say the state of the game itself is in good hands. I think the commission has done a marvelous job, and I think that he loves his job. That's the thing, Bud and I have been friends for a long time. It's not like he just sitting there accepting a salary, but he loves what he do, and he look forward to doing it.
You played with the designated hitter and without it. Do you have any thoughts on whether it should be unified or?
Now that I think baseball should be unified. Yes, I think that no matter
other.
one way or the other, either you have it or you don't have it. But there's always been this saying, Republican and Democrat. You know how things are there. But it's always been that I think that baseball, if you have the designated hitter in the National League, I think you should have it in the American League. I think it would be good for baseball.
And which would you choose?
Me being a hitter, I would certainly choose the DH. I would choose the DH most likely, because I think that most people come out to the game to see runs scored. Hardly anybody ever come out to the ball game and say, "Well, you know what? I saw a no-hitter pitch. I saw a guy pitch one hitter." So they always say somebody hit a home run 450 feet or 500 feet. So I think that. In my case, I would like to see, if it's going to be unified, I'd like to see the DH.
We got time for one more question. So
Just one more?
I know it's going quickly, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've had so many more to ask. I remember 4 years ago when you were at Concordia, you had kind of let go of the whole Barry Bonds thing, and you said it very eloquently then. If you let go of the whole steroid issue now and kind of put that behind you, have any more thoughts about that?
I haven't thought about it that much. I felt like that baseball went through a period that it had to be chastised. A lot of players were doing things that was illegal. But I have to say, in all fairness to he again with the commissioner and what he did and what he tried to promote, I think he's trying to clean. I really believe that he's cleaned the game up a lot more than people want to pretend like it's not.
And you met Ryan Braun, right? Any thoughts
Yes.
there? Any thoughts?
When that first came out with Ron, I had met him
Yes, sir.
several times since I come to Milwaukee quite often. And I could not believe it. In fact, I talked to a friend of mine. I called him up on the telephone. I said, I just can't believe that this kid would even think about getting in anything like this, And of course, it still hasn't been proven, So I hope that he come out of this thing clean. I think he's a wonderful ball player. He's a wonderful citizen, and I just think that I hope that whatever happened, that he comes out clean.
And one more, you talked about the state of baseball, how a team like the Brewers, they've been in the playoffs twice. Nobody would imagine that. It's your old team. What's wrong with them right now?
I haven't kept up with them, but baseball is it goes around in circles. It's one day you might see the Braves doing well, then the next year you might not see them doing well, and they trying to feel the effect of losing fielder, really, and in fact, he meant an awful lot to not only to the team, but he meant a lot to the whole, to the players that is hitting behind him and the players that's hitting in front of him.